Although Fortnite is constantly evolving and introducing new functions, features, and weapons, the game's basic gameplay remains largely unchanged. You get a victory royale if you are the last survivor on the island. That's it. However, for many, this is probably easier said than done. If you're new to the game can be quite tricky with its building mechanics, but like any other game, there are some tips and tricks to help you dominate the lobby and destroy your opponents. And because we're so kind, we'll share all our knowledge with you right now. So let's get started straight away. There are a number of settings that you can adjust before starting your game. Like any other game, Fortnite has its default settings, but who sticks to them? For example, you can choose an automatic sprint so that you don't always have to hold down the sprint button. You can also choose to have doors open automatically, and your heal items to automatically arrange themselves to the right in your inventory. Of course, you can also adjust the building and gameplay in the controller and mouse and keyboard settings. The experience is almost entirely customizable to your liking. As in any other game, you should definitely keep an eye out for the best weapons. In order to quickly recognize the rarity of an item, it is important to know the color code. Common is gray, uncommon green, rare blue, epic purple, and legendary is orange. There are also mythical weapons, which alongside certain legendary ones, you can usually only get from the NPCs on the island. Rare weapons cause more damage and reload faster. So if you find an identical weapon on a rare color, it's always worth swapping out. At best, you always leave 1 to 2 slots in your inventory for heal items. You don't need to be able to build huge towers or fortresses at lightning speed to win battles. You know the memes, right? But you should know at least a few basics. These include the so-called 90s technique and stair floor wall. It's best to learn the basics in creative mode. Sounds are extremely important, and you should always listen carefully to where, for example, shots or footsteps are coming from. It's pretty easy with a good quality headset, but there's one more trick that you can use here. Turn on visualize sound effects in the sound options menu. This puts a visible on-screen radial indicator for the most important sounds, so you can quickly identify where they're coming from. And last but not least, keep an eye on the storm. Seriously, even pros lose sight of the storm. Probably every player can sing a song about how many times they have died in the storm. It starts out slow, but with each stage, it speeds up and the gap between keeps getting smaller. So keep an eye on the timer and plan your next actions before it's too late. Also note that the storm does more damage the smaller the zone gets. You should avoid storm fights anyway, as this often means death, not only for the attacked players, but also for the attackers. Now don't say we didn't warn you, so good luck out there on the island and have fun. Until next time.